Oh, we actually do need to get into that conversation. Let's get into the conversation about how y'all or some women out there will forgive they nigga for cheating, but you won't forgive your friend
for not coming to
your birthday party. Everybody asks us about our friendship, so you know we had to do an episode about it.
Whatever got to do with friendship. That's
anything friends, we're talking about it. How do we become friends?
It was real messy. Y'all know Latisha Messy or whatever. We was going around the classroom and we was saying our names or whatever, and so I'm like, my name is Diamond, blah, blah, blah. So at the end she walked up to me and she's like, you said your name was Diamond, right? And we're gonna call the girl Ashley. She's like, you know Ashley? I'm like, yeah. She like, oh, she told me not to talk.
I don't care. I'm gonna ask. Yeah, she told me not to talk to you, so why is that?
After that, we didn't become friends like immediately.
We exchanged kicks, first of all. And we was texting after that, after I came up to her, whatever. And then we was like, when we came to school, we was like, we're gonna talk and stuff. But when we came to school, literally, because so much time had passed, I had forgot all about that. And it was just so much going, don't stare at me. And there was just so much going on, so I'm like, I didn't even think about it.
First of all, we was barely texting, first of all, because I think the only thing I remember talking about is like asking her, like, it was like something corny, like, did you get your school supply shit or something?
She was trying to slide in my DMs.
No. I'm just saying, like, we wasn't actually talking. It was just like little stuff. Like, it wasn't like we was texting like, hey girl, like, yeah, like when we get to school, blah blah.
Yeah.
It was just like little stuff. So when we got to school, we didn't speak at all for a whole week. Like, we didn't even say hi. We didn't say
for a week?
Hey. Yes, a whole week went by. And she had developed like her other friendships, and I was talking to like another girl, whatever. But what had happened was one of the girls that she was hanging out said something to me, and then she came over there walking. Hey. I'm like, bye.
Yeah.
I'm like, bye. Now she want to speak to me. But
first off,
it was I feel like right after like that day we literally became friends.
Yeah.
Like soon as we met, like within that first week or two, we automatically was.
Bro, because it wasn't no issue. It wasn't like I wasn't talking to her because we're not cool.
But speaking of that, talking about like the space we were in and stuff when we became friends. I feel like I was more on the edge because of my experience that I just had in middle school.
I was in a space where I had just left school and I didn't go to high school with like friends that I was in school with. So for me, it was just like I'm stepping into a new pond of like just a bunch of people. And like, I'm just going to talk to everybody and see how I'm feeling this, see how I'm fucking with this, see the type of people that I want to fuck with and da 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 da. So I feel like once we became cool though, I figured that out. Like once we became cool, I was like, yeah, I know.
Our first fallout. And mind you, this is the only fallout I guess you would
we've
say
ever had. I really remember like my feelings was hurt. In high school, I had a boyfriend. And it was my boyfriend and then I had my best friend. It was like they was the only two people in my life. Or whatever. And was he going with us? Or did I want you to go?
But let me tell the story because I'm
trying to recollect it. I'm trying to recollect it.
What happened was it was me and another friend that we had, and she asked us to go to the movies because she was mad at her boyfriend. So she was trying to hurry up and find something for her to do so it can just look like she had other plans or whatever. Yeah. So me and the other girl ended up saying that we didn't want to go. I didn't want to go because I think at the time I didn't like have the money for it, or I didn't feel like exit because it was like young, like I didn't have my own money, I didn't have a job, so I'm like, no, I didn't know it was that deep though. So when we got to school, she wasn't speaking to me. So me being me, I'm like, okay, whatever. So now I come back the next day, she still didn't say nothing. The next day we still didn't say nothing. Now I'm on it. It's by Wednesday, I'm on it too. So still didn't say nothing. All these days just passing or whatever. So we was in Spanish class. I asked you to pass me my folder. Yeah. Cause she was, and this was funny. The whole time we wasn't talking, she was just only talking to her boyfriend. So that's what made it even funnier.
I was so bored. I'm like, all I have to talk to is my boyfriend. Like, yeah, I'm bored. Like it's ridiculous. Like this gotta end.
Yeah, so I asked her to pass me my folder, and I could just tell that like it just wasn't a problem. So when she passed it to me or whatever, so I'm like, I'm gonna call her when I get home. We talked on the phone for like a couple hours about like what happened, and then we just like sweep it under the rug or whatever.
Yeah, she always tell me when I passed her my phone.
When I
passed her her folder, I was hyping shit, but no, I really was. Like, I don't think y'all understand. Like, I was really hyping shit. I'm like, oh my gosh, finally, like, I have somebody to talk to.
Yeah,
like,
we just both was really
stubborn.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like looking back on it, I can see how we didn't go, like, we didn't talk all of those days because like I was just being like petty.
Yeah, I was being petty too because I didn't even know why you wasn't talking to me, but the fact that you wasn't talking to me, it automatically
she's just like, oh yeah, all right, she's not talking to me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
Yeah.
Like, how you gonna be mad at me? Because my feelings are hurt right now.
I didn't know. I thought you was just being weird.
No.
And I told you, bro, I was traumatized from middle school, bro. Everybody was just weird to me, so I was like, okay.
But in hindsight, though, I'm glad that we had that falling out because we don't fall out.
Yeah, we've never went we couldn't have went one day without talking like the last 10 years had to be. Like,
not a full day.
We don't go days without talking. Like,
not
we don't go 3-4 days without talking.
Even if we don't talk a lot, we talked at least once that day. Like, we talked at least one time.
Yeah.
So it's like we talk pretty frequently. We don't go days without talking to each other.
Yeah, no. How we resolve the issue, how do you feel like that, like, kind of set a foundation for how we handle our problems now?
I really feel like it was we just understood each other. Like, we just was like, if we have a problem, we're going to say it right in that moment and not let time go by before like having a conversation about it. And now we will sit in each other's face and argue and then laugh and move past it. Like,
we're arguing to actually figure out the problem and we come to a solution.
Yeah.
We don't argue and be like, it is what it is, I don't care no more. Like, we don't never end it like that. It's like, I understand where you're coming from and you should understand where I'm coming from. Did it, like, you know?
Yeah. And even if somebody do try to end it like that, because we do have our moments where we be like, okay.
Girl,
but it's not, the other person don't be like that. It be like, what are you doing all of that for? Like, just say your issue. Like,
I'm confused to why you can't.
Still getting smart, but you're not about to walk away without the like saying what your problem is. And I think that is what has made our friendship like healthy, because I feel like sometimes people don't healthily argue.
Yeah, we just get so defensive about everything.
Yes.
Like, it's annoying how
but we accept it from each other. Like, we accept each other how they are. So like, I understand that you're defensive because you're used to this and this is what you seen in your childhood. I understand that, but I'm still gonna say what I gotta say back. Like, I'm still gonna go, I still gotta say it because it's like, ain't no way. But it's like, we just kind of understand each other. We don't get mad at the fact that we do that to each other. We just kind of be like, well, that was funny.
I feel like if we didn't understand that part of each other, it will be no possible way to be friends. Because it would be like, why is she acting like that? Or why is she doing that? But I feel like we just, I don't know, we just understand each other.
Yes.
We got closer just through like shared experiences.
Yeah.
We went to the same high school. And then we did a program called Upward Bound together. And then we went to college together. And then we moved into an apartment together.
Yes.
Y'all gotta get all of our heartbreaks together.
Yeah, I'm about to say, y'all have to get y'all
all of our highs
friends
together.
who inspire y'all to do something different. For real. Because, like, you thought about Upward Bound. So, when we was in school, we was just doing our thing, you know, young Latisha and young Diamond. But she wanted to do a, college prep program. And then I was like, this is my friend. Like, I don't want to be without my friend. So now I got to do the college prep program. Like, duh. Yes. So, but because of that, though, I feel like it has pushed us to a different level in, like, our life. So I feel like you gotta keep those friends who like elevate you in those ways and not just like
hanging around the neighborhood.
Yeah, like neighborhood friends, because I feel like that can be fun, but it's pretty pointless when you get older and you realize that the neighborhood is literally just that, like the neighborhood. Yeah. And then we about to be done school, so it's like. And
then you wanted to go to community. And I'm like, girl, like we've been living in Philly all our life. Like, come on.
And I wanted to go. The crazy part is that. The reasoning for me wanting to go to community was because of not important reasons. Like, I wanted to go there because I was in, like, a young relationship. And she was like, bitch, get the fuck on. Like, let's get outside. Like, let's go to college. So I'm like, you know what?
Right.
She's right.
Because I'm telling her, she like, I'm gonna get 2 jobs. I'm gonna get 2 jobs and I'm gonna go to school. So I'm like, bro, you
and
gonna
I'm gonna see my men at night.
So
That's
she was going to get an overnight job, a day job, and have evening classes.
Right now,
as an 18-year-old, I just feel like that's just so much. Like, I don't feel like you should have to bear that type of responsibility because you want to stay home because of a boy.
Yeah.
So it's just like, go experience, go to college, enjoy.
Go live.
Yeah.
Go live a little.
And it's like, that's cute too, you know, get a job, go to college, you know, at home. But it's like, if you got the opportunity to go away and see something different and experience more, why not?
Yeah.
How healthy friendships and relationships bring self-reflection.
Ooh, you know what though? I feel like it really do bring self-reflection because
I learned so much about myself.
Yeah, like it'll be times where, and I always tell her this, like, just tell me the truth. Like, just tell me exactly what it is and like how you feel. Because it'll be times where like I would just be like living like in my life or like just living out like how I'm living every day. And I could do something that might hurt her feelings, but she don't tell me.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I don't know. But it's like, it wasn't intentional, like on my behalf of making her feel some type of way. I really do feel like just being able to like talk to each other and like see how your relationship go is, it shows you how to self-reflect better. Cause you'll think about things. You'll be like, you know what? Actually, I did do that. Like, maybe I should. Yeah, maybe I should like try to do this more. Cause it's like you realize like maybe I'm in my own head a lot, like thinking about myself. And it's like if I know I'm around somebody 24/7, why wouldn't I be thinking about that? Like have that little bit of, you know, consideration. So it's like that's how it helps you reflect. On it.
And I feel like you learn a lot, like especially when you have healthy friendships and relationships. I feel like when you are in those like toxic friendships or relationships, you're like too comfortable. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you saying whatever you want.
Yes.
You going off however you want. You just doing whatever you want. But like healthy friendships and relationships do not work like that. Like you think before you do. You think before you say.
Yeah. I don't call.
If you do say something that you don't mean, best believe you're going to be thinking about it. Like, okay, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have went that far or whatever. Especially if the person don't really give you the reaction that you're not used to. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How do y'all feel about friends and stuff calling each other bitches and talking to each other disrespectfully, getting in fights with each other?
I don't like it.
Would y'all consider that still friends? Like, would y'all consider y'all still friends if y'all full and y'all do all that stuff? Because me personally, I feel like if it ends up with me fighting you, we're no longer cool. Yeah. I'm not friends with you. If I have to disrespect you for you to understand my point, I don't respect you. Yeah. I hate you and you can move on.
Yeah, like, I don't like that because I just feel like maybe when you're younger it's fun, but even looking back on that, those people weren't my friends. No. I don't speak to those people. I haven't seen those people in years. So like now, especially having a more of a spirituality type thing going on with me, I just believe in speaking life into the people that are around you. So instead of calling you a bitch and you dirty fat bitch and you ugly whore, like all of that, it's just unnecessary because that's not true. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might say you annoying or you getting on my nerves, but I'm never going to be like, you fat bitch. You. Like, when I be seeing people call their friends like fat bitches, and I be like, whoa.
And not even friends, and not even just friends though either. It'd be like relationships. Because I remember the other day I was on TikTok and I seen a TikTok of Zell, like Zell Swag, and talking to Santana, and he was like, he said something like, you fat or something. I'm like, wasn't you just with him? I don't like how the fuck? I don't
like that. If somebody called me a wide-eyed cockeyed bitch, like, no.
You meant that shit, bitch. You gotta stand on that.
I'm not saying that people can't be cool and do that. I've seen that. I just feel like it's toxic.
I just feel like, and at the most, it's underlying. You genuinely feel like I'm a cockeyed, wide-eyed bitch.
Yeah. It's just certain stuff you're not going to say. Either you got underlying issues with yourself, maybe you're insecure in yourself. So, of course, whatever you feel, you're going to project. Yeah. So, I don't know, by you going around calling people all types of bitches and all types of names, is you making you feel better about yourself? Because usually that's what the case is. I'm not sure. But in real, healthy friendships, that's not what's going on. Not what's happening. It's respect all around. On all playing fields. You don't put your insecurities on other people. You don't try to make other people feel bad so you can feel good about yourself. That's what you do to people you don't like.
You hate. In fact.
And even you shouldn't be doing that, but I'm just saying you especially don't do that to a friend. Yeah. Accountability in friendship.
Yes. You know what, though? Accountability is really important. Yeah. Because there have been times where I was like... Well, there have been times where I felt as though I wasn't wrong. But I could have taken the situation to a level I didn't have to go to because I didn't take accountability. Like, because I didn't want to admit that I was wrong. I took it to a place that it didn't have to go. Yeah, like I took it somewhere where it didn't have to go. I feel like accountability is really important when it comes to friendships, only for the simple fact that I need to be able to admit when I was wrong. Because I need her to be able to admit when she's wrong. So if I don't admit, like, you know what, actually, I do kind of feel bad for that because I didn't mean for it to go that way. It's like, how would she ever give me that if I feel as though, you know, like I wasn't wrong?
You can't expect people to give to you what you wouldn't give to them.
Yes.
So you can't be talking about, oh, they aren't holding themselves accountable or they're this way. But it's like,
you don't do the same.
You don't even do that.
So when it comes to support with friends, with anything, I feel like you should be there. Yeah. Like, I feel like you should be,
you cannot be selfish.
A cheerleader, a main character. You should be like, woo! Like, yes, my bitch did it. Da, 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 da. How do you feel about girls who... And you know I feel some type of way about this, but how do you feel about girls who don't post their friends?
They don't post their friends?
Yeah, like, you know how...
Like in what instance, like if they post a picture, like repost it?
Yeah, like if they post a picture, repost it, or like if they have something going for themselves and they don't post it and promote it, like stuff like that.
I feel like in my experience, girls who didn't do that were like people who... I don't know. Like, I don't know what you call it, but like, I don't want to call them haters.
Haters, that's what it is.
I don't want to call them haters, but it's like, that's kind of what it is. They hating.
I think it fully makes them haters. I swear. Because there has not been,
that way too, but
like, I'm thinking about me. For instance, there have been friends that done my hair.
So do you think because, say if your friend has a product or something, you don't buy it, are you a hater?
And I don't buy it?
Yeah.
No, I'm not a hater. But if I post your stuff on my page for other people to try to buy it, how am I a hater?
Right.
I didn't buy your product because maybe I don't have the funds right now.
If you post it.
No, I'm saying though, like in that sense, like, okay, I don't buy your product.
So maybe that's what I was thinking about then. Because everybody's not going to buy from you, like even your friends or family. That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah, no, everybody's not going to buy from you. And that's understandable. But if I'm trying to get my business out there, I'm trying to be $1 million business. Yeah. And you know I only got 13 motherfucking likes on this reel. You not going to post my shit?
You can say, I know I'm real funny on Instagram. I do not post all the time.
That is a case because I don't be posting all the time on social media. But in the same breath, when I was posting heavily on social media, friends, even people I didn't know, their stuff was being promoted. Yeah. Like, I was seeing it and being like, yo, let me post this and sending, you know, brands and all that type of stuff because I just feel like it's hard for us anyway to get, not us and just us, but I'm saying just us as a community. It's hard to get, it's hard to get, you know, sales and, you know, engagement and all that type of stuff. So it's like, if I know you trying to get it, and I'm your friend and I got some, why wouldn't I post you? If I don't post you, it's because I'm being selfish and I want it all for myself. Yeah. Not to say you can't feel like that because you can, but you just can't be friends with me. Yeah. That's it. Like, I agree. Yeah.
That goes into supporting your friends, like just when they're going through stuff. How can you put your friends on the back burner when it's like that's the people that's going to be there for you? Yeah, for everything. When you lose that job, when that career go non-existent,
when that man leave
you, when everything go left, who gonna be there?
Them.
Exactly. And if you keep choosing other things over your friends, one day they
gonna
like,
choose something over you.
No, because that's exactly what be happening. People be your friends and then y'all be selfish and then be confused why these people don't want to be your friends no more. How do you feel about, because like I was saying earlier, I feel like we never had a guy come in between. Well, we never let a guy come in between our friendship, right? So how do you feel about people who like choose, like when they get into relationships, they make that their whole life and they forget about their friends, their family, and even their work some of the times, or their business, or whatever they got going on. Or when people end their friendships over something that has to surround like a guy.
You're a clown. You're a clown. You're a clown. You're a clown, mama. Because a guy would never do that.
Yeah.
Never in his life. He's never going to choose you over his friends, his money, the next best opportunity, anything. He's never going to choose you over that. Why do you
think women do that? Because this is not like that's a
delusion.
Such and such type of girl.
Delusion.
Because a lot of women do that.
Delusion. Truly, delusion. And they always start off with love bombing. Like you just, you're told a bunch of things and you think, oh my gosh, like this person loves me so much. And you don't question it because you like, why the fuck would he love me? I'm a thorough ass bitch. Like, I got that shit. Like, yo, he can never love another bitch as more as me. Like, but it's like, he told 7 other bitches this before you yesterday. And to get you hooked on it, that's what he got to tell you. For you to even think like, oh, he's a possible candidate. So I feel like once that happens and you start thinking about the future and stuff, you start to picture them in your life. You start to picture like life with this person. So you start thinking like with women, I feel like because we're taught certain things like marriage and kids and family, we start to picture like life with just that. Like you don't picture life with marriage, family, and friends. You picture with just like me and my man and whatever we gonna do. So you forget.
I don't like when people be like, oh, I haven't talked to my friend in 3 months, she got a boyfriend now. What?
How the fuck you ain't speak to her in 3 months?
Is she okay? Like,
do you not care about her? I'm on that bitch phone every day. Bitch, I didn't see you in 3 days. But that nigga got you cooped up. I feel like people don't know how to end friendships or like when friendships are over and what to look at when deciding. Like, you know what? This person not my friend. What do you think the key things are to look at when you want to end a friendship?
I feel like if I'm reaching out to you, you're not texting back, or I call you and the phone either decline or you don't pick up at all, or I'll probably do something for you but you wouldn't do the same thing for me. The support thing, it just be a number of things. I don't think it's one specific thing where you'd be like, oh yeah, cut. But I think it's definitely things over time where you'd be like, you know, I might not want that in a friend. Yeah,
I think for me the biggest thing is like consideration. If a friend doesn't consider me, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Because it's like consideration, I really feel like that's like the highest form of love. Like when you consider another person, you love them. Essentially, like you care about them, you want to see the best for them, you know, all of that. When there's no consideration, like, you know, I don't like to wait for too long outside for you. When I come and pick you up, you don't have me waiting too long. That's considerate. Like, I don't like when people do stuff just for them. You have to know when enough is enough. Because I feel like some people can like drag their stuff on because they be like, well, I don't want to just do it for no reason. It's literally not for no reason.
A lot of people talk about how you shouldn't live with your friends because it ruins the friendship.
Oh my god.
So with us living together for about 5 years now, how do you feel about that stereotype?
I think it's some bullshit. If that makes y'all stop being cool, y'all was never friends to begin with.
I don't know the reasons that people fall out living together. I really don't know. If you had mad that somebody left their damn jeans on the floor, like, please.
Bro, you're a hater.
If your nigga left his jeans on the floor, what you gonna do? You pick them up. If your nigga left dishes in the sink, what you gonna do? Wash them. If your nigga hungry, what you gonna do? Cook. Like, don't get on my
That's
nerves.
what I'm saying.
Don't get on my nerves.
You know what?
Don't get on my nerves.
Like, let's not even get into that conversation because we actually do need to get into that conversation. Let's get into the conversation about how y'all or some women out there will forgive they nigga for cheating, but you won't forgive your friend
for not coming to
your birthday party.
Y'all dirty bitches. Y'all not
gonna forgive y'all friend, but this nigga, the nigga who lay in your bed.
And please don't get me started when people be like, I hope my friendship's more viable than my man. Bitch, you have sex with this man.
You lying, bitch.
You give everything to this man, bro. And you hold your friend more.
You give this nigga everything. The coochie, you might give him some coins if he asks. You might pay for a haircut. You cooking his food. You doing all that. Your friend said she ain't got no money to buy a birthday outfit. She can't make it to your birthday event, and you cut her off because she's a fake bitch. What about that nigga laying in your bed? Yeah, he's not a fake bitch.
The same expectations you got on your friends is the same expectations that need to be on that nigga.
Yes. When people say I'm a girl's to my friend, you're not a girl's girl.
No.
You're a fake bitch.
Yeah.
Period. Cause I just feel as though if you're gonna be a woman, like if you're gonna be a woman and stand on that shit and say I'm a woman and I support all the other bitches, no matter what they do to you, no matter how snaky women get, no matter that, you're not gonna ever try to do that to another woman. Because you just understand how shit feels.
I used to think like that. And maybe I should think like that because of social media, but I used to think
like what?
I was like one of those girls, but to my friends. And not saying that that's how I thought about myself, but hearing the term when people was like, oh, like I'm not a girl's girl, I'm a girl's to my friend, I'm like, wait, that makes sense. But my heart is not like that. Just because somebody isn't my friend don't mean that I'm not going to look out for them. Like, for example, I was talking to a guy that ended up getting a girlfriend. But him getting a girlfriend made me fall back. Even though she didn't know about me, he just happened to post a girl. And once I seen it, I fell back. I didn't say, oh, I've been talking to him. I've been around for 2 years before this bitch came around. Blah,
and
blah,
this bitch, she gonna have to take my spot.
First of all, girl, good luck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Good luck with his ass.
I was ready to hang that jersey up anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not about to be doing all of that because he got a girlfriend or, oh, I don't know her, so I'm going to still talk to him. I'm going to still sleep. No. Ew. You got a girlfriend. You know what people do in relationships? I don't want no parts of it. The whole thing with the ops, too. Y'all like sleeping with people, boyfriends on purpose. Y'all are disgusting. Like, he eats her ass.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Bro,
ew.
This nigga is sucking this bitch corns on her feet.
That nigga
and you talking about,
to me.
you talk about, oh yeah, I fucked on your nigga. Yep. And he...
Disgusting. Disgusting.
How?
I wouldn't even send my friend on that nigga.
No. I wouldn't even send my op on that nigga. Ew. Ew.
Like women have nothing to beef about if it's not about men.
Yes.
I remember when me and her seen the girl, we was like,
oh shit.
Okay.
She kind of cute. Hold on. Okay. I didn't even know you had it like that.
Right. Be like, okay, he definitely got a type. And I wasn't offended because she was cute. So I'm like, okay, he like cute.
I was actually kind of glad. I'm glad that that's who he chose. Because if he would have chose something else, I would have been like, bro, I don't know if you were his type. Like, I don't know. Like,
he was cute.
Yeah.
So it's just like to do that to somebody. It's just, and especially because it's like she don't know about me. She don't know. He's not going to tell her like, oh, I was talking to this girl for 2 years and then I just start talking to you. He's not going to do that. So I feel like as the woman and the person in the know, you have to take responsibility and accountability for your actions.
Yeah, because I feel like I also had a situation where a girl messaged me. Mind you, I wasn't even messing with the guy. I wasn't even messing with the guy. When
you say people message you, it's so funny. Those they coming to you as a woman.
Yes. But yeah, she messaged me and she was like, yeah, I seen such and such in, you know, and I wanted to know. And I'm like, girl, we was cool ages ago. I haven't even seen him in years. So
listen, I believe in karma. I believe in karma real bad.
Yeah. And you want to say our age?
I already said mine.
Oh, yeah, I'm 23. So, you know, we've been through a few years together.
Yeah, we've been friends for 9 years.
Yeah.
Almost 10 years.
Almost 10 years. And I'm telling you, when it get to 10 years, we might have to marry each other because that's the longest relationship I've ever had.
Oh, wow. We both, that's your left hand?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got our what's the faces.
Yeah.
We got these from like an Islamic store.
Yeah.
And I just always, I don't know why, but for some reason I put it on my left hand, even though this is supposed to be like the married.
Married. Yeah,
and I got one on this.
Oh wait,
I just
honestly,
like rings on this hand.
It's on the boat. It's on the same finger.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, we told each other when we was younger. We said when we turned 50, and we still didn't have nobody, we was gonna marry each other. But it's looking like these days we might have to do like 30 or something. Yeah. Like that. Do we have any advice to friends that are probably going through a little hiccup right now, or probably in that weird stage of like, you know, I don't know if this is really my friend, or probably in their heads, or not really considering their friends?
Yeah, because I'm not even gonna lie, there has been a few times where I've been like, yo, she's getting on my damn nerve. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's because like we're not taught how to be friends. Like I really feel like, especially like the communities that we come from, mm-hmm. like we're not really taught how to be like the best of friends with somebody, and like how to mesh it and how to make it work. Mm-hmm. Because of that, I think that there needs to be more patience. Mm-hmm. Like we've been friends for 9 years, but we was also patient with each other. I didn't rush her to tell me about everything mm-hmm. that she had in her life.
Let's talk about that. We didn't have our first deep talk until 4 years into our friendship.
We got to college. We first cried, mind you, we never cried together.
We always like,
you know, one person was crying.
Yeah, about something he was going through.
We didn't actually like kind of break that seal on our friendship until it got to like 4 years. Mm-hmm. And we were like, I really want to say hard, extremely like lonely. Like we was so secluded from everything. And like the type of person I am, I'm really private. Mm-hmm. Like people might not know that about me because I'm forthcoming with like talking to people, but I'm extremely private when it comes to like my life and like how I feel about stuff, and just, you know, just my opinions about stuff, because I feel like everybody don't deserve that. Everybody don't need to know how I feel. When it came to like our friendship, we kind of built on that. Like I understand that she had boundaries, that she just didn't want to talk about certain stuff, and the same on my end. So it was like as the 4 years came into play and like we got to that time, we realized like this is not working. Like this is not going to work for a friendship. If I need somebody, if I have to have somebody around me, they got to know stuff about me. They have to know what I'm going through. They have to know like where my headspace is. They have to know like things I feel, because it's no way I can survive around you if you don't know this about me. So I would definitely just say, I feel like you kind of gotta break that seal on the friendship. Mm-hmm. Like just because y'all cool and y'all go out to the club and y'all, you know, kiki about niggas and all of that, that don't mean y'all cool.
Yep.
That's not your friend if you can't get down to the nitty gritty with her. Like we get down to the nitty gritty. I will sit in her face and cry about some childhood stuff. Mm-hmm. Something I went through forever ago, because
I didn't even know you.
Yeah, I didn't even know I was going through. But that's because these people have to know. They need to know. And it's like you can't have a relationship if they don't know certain things about you. You can't have important relationships in life if they don't know you. It's important to open your eyes enough to be able to see character flaws. Mm-hmm. Because a person's character, like who they is at their core, is always who they gonna be. Like people change, but not really. They don't actually change. They just go into a different environment. People, like, they still have the same kind of character though. Like that doesn't change ever. Like they keep the same character. So it's like if you see something in a person's character that's a flaw for you, 9 times out of 10, that's not a person that you're going to want to have around, because they are going to always carry that with them. If a person is disloyal, they're always going to have disloyalty with them. Period. You can't change it. Like in some form, even if it's you feel like, oh, it's disloyalty in relationships, right? Like, oh, this person is disloyal in our relationship. They're disloyal as well in their friendships. They're disloyal as well in their family. They're disloyal as well in their business. They're disloyal
saying.
all across the board because that's who they are.
She who findeth a good friend found a good thing.
Yeah.
Or however the saying goes.
Yeah.
That's my interpretation.
Yeah.
So.
Honestly, because I feel like if you have a good friend, that's your motherfucking wife.
Yeah.
Period. You talking about my wife? You ain't talking about my wife.
Yo, shut up.
What are we talking about here? No.
I just be so sad when I see girl friendships end over like a guy or like
guys are not that important. They're literally not.
Like,
but subscribe, like, comment, share. Let us know. Talk to us.
yes.
Bye, y'all.